As y'all know, I'm a troublemaker and I laugh a lot. But let me tell you, the things I've seen on these streets are no joke. So get ready. This is one ride you won't soon forget. Episode 20, The Package. Riding my bike usually clears my head, letting me leave all my worries behind. But not today. I took a wrong turn down a grimy alley and ended up in the Outlands, a rundown part of the city ruled by the brutal gang of cyborgs known as the Chrome Legion. I tried to turn my bike around, but a metal hand grabbed my shoulder. "Where do you think you're going, Pixie?" a menacing robotic voice said. I looked up at a hulking cyborg with spiked chrome arms and a laser eye implant. "We don't take kindly to spies," he growled. "I'm no spy, I just took a wrong turn," I pleaded. But before I could react, 2 more cyborgs emerged from the shadows and restrained me. The one with the laser eye said, "You've seen too much already. You leave us no choice. You either join the Legion's courier service or end up as spare parts." He clutched my face with his cold, metallic hand. "Do we have an understanding?" I nodded nervously. Becoming a courier was better than the alternative. "Good," he replied. "Your first delivery is in an hour." He tossed me a nondescript black backpack. "The address and details are inside. Do not open the package, do not be late, and do not try to escape or else," he said, brandishing a serrated chain whip. I took the bag with trembling hands. This was insane, but I wanted to get out of this alive. Riding through the decrepit streets, I fought the urge to look inside the bag. The towering abandoned factories I passed were tagged with the Legion's insignia. Homeless people and addicts stared at me from dark alleys as I went by. When I arrived at the delivery location, a rundown clinic, I hesitantly handed the package to a doctor in a soiled lab coat. He scanned a payment chip I was given earlier and handed me another package. "Make sure this gets to the incinerator. And remember, I never saw you," he said ominously. As I biked to the incinerator, an awful smell started emanating from the new package. I felt sick, wondering what could be inside. This wasn't just some courier job. They were using me to transport something sinister. I contemplated running, but knew they would catch me. I had no choice but to deliver the package to its destination. The giant incinerator roared, belching heat and smoke into the sky. I moved to toss the package into the flames. But in that moment, I had to know what I was carrying. Hand shaking, I carefully opened the sealed bag. The smell grew stronger, like rotting meat. I hesitated, then peeled back the layers of packaging to reveal the contents. I collapsed to my knees and retched violently. Inside were dismembered human body parts, hands, feet, and other unidentifiable pieces, all in various stages of decay. The clinic was no medical facility at all. It was harvesting organs from the Outlands poor and marginalized, and I was their newest disposable courier, forced to carry the evidence of their horrifying crimes. I wanted to scream and warn the authorities, but I knew that was impossible. The Chrome Legion owned the authorities in this forgotten part of the city. No one would believe me, and I'd be dead before I could tell a soul. Numb with shock, I wrapped the package tightly and fed it to the incinerator flames piece by piece. I watched as the last charred remnants of innocent lives disintegrated into ash. When no evidence remained, I drove my bike aimlessly through the streets, the awful images permanently seared into my brain. I was complicit now in the Legion's monstrous operation. My only hope was to somehow anonymously expose their twisted operation. But not today. For now, I rode on alone through the darkness, unable to outpace the horrors I carried within.